Good morning, I'm Megan Gray, and welcome to Toronto Police News for Thursday, November the 23rd, 2017. Today we're at the Toronto Police College, where the Native Women's Resource Centre is putting on a training session for our police officers. But first, here's what happened in your city in the last 24 hours. Yesterday afternoon at 12:30 p.m., a man went into a store in the area of Keele Street and Wilson Avenue. He asked the store clerk for some items, and when she went into the back of the store, the man allegedly pushed her into a back room. She fought back, but the man was able to make his way to the cash register where he took some money. Hold-up squad is now investigating. At 2 p.m., a man and a woman went to a house in the area of Markham Road and Shepherd Avenue East for the purpose of picking up the woman's child. When they arrived, an argument ensued between the man and the victim at the house. The man allegedly stabbed the victim. He was taken to hospital where he is currently listed in serious but stable condition. Last night at 12:45 p.m., 31 division officers noticed a man they believed to be breaking into cars in the area of Islington Avenue and Finch Avenue. The man was arrested, searched at the division, and taken to hospital as a precaution. The SIU have now invoked their mandate, and by law, we are unable to comment further. And now back to our feature story. Joining me now is Joanne Miller. She's a case manager with the Sexual Violence Response Team at the Native Women's Resource Centre here in Toronto. Hi, Joanne.
Hi there.
Can you tell me a little bit about what's happening at the training session today?
Well, we're doing an overview of, first we're doing a little bit of history on Indigenous people in Canada, or the fact that we've been here forever. And we're talking about the colonial history, so looking at residential schools, how that impacted our people, looking at the 60s scoop, looking at just what's happening today, where we might be 4% of the population, but when it comes to incarceration, we're over 50% that are in our jails. Also looking at particularly sexual violence in our communities, because human trafficking is very much alive in Canada. A lot of people don't realize that. It's happening right under our noses. And unfortunately, it's I think it's over 40 or 50% of the women that are taken into human trafficking are Indigenous as well. So looking at the roots of why that is.
You certainly got a full day by the sounds of it. This isn't, of course, the first time that the Native Women's Resource Centre and the Toronto Police Service have partnered together on some work. Why is working with us so important?
It's vital. It's vital that police understand the history so that they can better respond to the women that they meet out there on the streets, and help them move forward with their journeys of healing. Bringing a woman to Native Women's Resource is the first step to helping her on her healing path. We call it agawage, so we cover her in blankets, and that's a blanket of love and meeting her where she's at. So we understand that women do sex work through choice, coercion, or circumstance, and it's the coercion and piece that we're most concerned about at Native Women's Resource Centre.
Good. Well, thank you for joining me, and as I said, I'll let you get back to your conference.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
Also joining me today is Detective Carolann Rock. She's the Sexual Assault Coordinator with the Toronto Police Service's Sex Crimes Unit. You were instrumental in organizing today's conference in your role with the Sex Crimes Unit at Toronto Police. We have over 80 officers here today. They're frontline officers, they're investigators of sexual assault. What do you hope they take away from today's session?
At the end of the day, we'd like our officers to have a better understanding of the Indigenous community, a better understanding of how to support those in the Indigenous community that are impacted by sexual violence, and also a better understanding of the need to work with community service providers who work with Indigenous survivors of sexual assault and can provide the cultural relevant supports. All in all, these things together will enable our officers to provide a more enhanced response to these vulnerable victims.
Tonight at the Beanfield Centre at Exhibition Place, the 10th Annual Chiefs Gala for Victim Services Toronto will be taking place. Join us tomorrow for a look at the festivities. If you have a story, a member, or a unit of the Toronto Police Service that you would like to see featured on Toronto Police News, leave us a comment on our YouTube channel or email us at feedback.news@torontopolice.ca. toronto.on.ca. Thanks for watching Toronto and stay safe.